ago.
And have you guys all known each other a long time?
We all know Alejandro because he's popular
his
on the radio.
show.
He's like a star.
Yes.
Yes.
He doesn't want to admit
We
it.
have like a celebrity
So
on our
then we were
pod. Dude, we're
walking-
rolling right now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Okay. We got this.
Yeah.
We got it.
We call this the big neighborhood. And this is the idea that it doesn't matter where you live or anything, we're all in the same community and we should all look out for each other. I grew up in Eugene, and I did grow up with that sense of community, and then I've been in California so long and it's not there, so Michael and I have known each other 40 years now. We've been friends since exactly. That's how old you are. 40 years. We've been hanging out since high school and just little punk rockers when we were young. He's one of my best friends in the world. And I came to him a year ago or something, and this thing's been going through my head. I turned 55, and I was like, oh no. Like, this decade seems really important. Mm-hmm. And I was talking to Gabrielle, and I go, for some reason, I think this decade feels really important. And he just, without stopping, he goes, it is. And I was like, oh, great. So now I got to figure out what to do. Mm-hmm. I've been kind of semi-retired for a while. And my kids are getting a little older. So I thought, what am I going to do? And we want to start a business that this is not a nonprofit. This is a business. But like I said, we donate 50%. This is a social purpose corporation. So we dictate where that money goes. And we get to decide who we want to help and where we want to go, what we want to do. And it started dawning on me a little while ago in 2020, especially during COVID stuff. I got really sick in January of 2020. It was like 13 days of 103 and 57 days of untreatable bilateral pneumonia.
Wow.
And I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do much of anything, and I got real sick.
Is why you're sick?
Probably not. I don't think I need whiskey. I know friends that drink whiskey, they didn't get sick at all.
It's tequila.
But it's yeah, right? But it scared me. And so I started going out on the road and traveling and meeting people and just talking to people again. Because also, politically, we're just in a weird place. Everything's polarized and people don't talk anymore. And the idea was to just travel around in my motorhome and talk to people. And really, it wasn't focused towards mental health at first. And then I have anxiety issues and depression. And Michael and I have been aligned with some things. And Michael's got family members that have some mental health issues, and he can speak to that if he wants to. That's their story. And my son struggles with dual diagnosis. Now it's substance stuff, and how it's chicken or the egg, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Which one's which? Mm-hmm. So it became real clear this year to Michael and Gabrielle and I that, this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to go talk about mental health and get this stuff on the table, and men, and because we can't speak as women clearly, but we do know that this conversation needs to happen. And so the idea was to start this company that had some sort of responsibility to the community and to its employees and everything else. You can do this. Bombas, we always talk about Bombas socks, and they donate socks to homeless shelters. Mm-hmm. But not just that. The thing that's amazing is they've only had 2 employees leave that company in the entire time they've been around. Wow. And they have a great culture of having employees. And how do you build a company where you take care of people? People can earn a livable wage and have insurance and raise families and kids in college and all this stuff. It's disappeared in this country. Mm-hmm. So that's sort of the genesis of why we do what we do. You know what I mean? And that was hard to explain to you in a text, and it was hard to explain standing over there. And I think over time this will get clear for us. Mm-hmm. But this is kind of our first march out into this space, and like I said, Michael does the creative stuff and the artwork, and Gabrielle does the technical stuff, and I just don't shut up. And so but it works out great, right? You know what I mean?
Great team.
Right. I shut up sometimes. But it's really And we talked about why Hood River. And again, I'm going to repeat a couple things because this is sort of something we're airing for our story as well. And Hood River made a lot of sense because of the size of Hood River and sort of the diversity of the community. And we thought, as far as the chairs go and the art and the stuff we want to do, that it's a community that would be open to it. And it's just a cool place. And Michael's in Portland, and I'm in San Diego. So, but I come up quite a bit to see these guys and do this stuff. Oregon feels like home to me. So it seemed smart with the sense of community in Oregon, more so than where I'm at, to launch this company out of here. You know what I mean? And that's how we started this. And that's how we got to the point of doing things like this. Like, this is where it evolved for us. And we're sure it's going to evolve some more and change. Yeah. But that's how we got to the point where we're sitting in Hood River welcoming you guys to the big neighborhood. You know what I mean? And we're going to talk a little bit about what you're doing. But first I want to, Aguilera, last name?
Aguilera.
So we're sitting with Alejandro Aguilera, Linda Torres, and Silvia Maciel, right?
Yes.
And the podcast is Comparte Aprende y Vive?
Vive.
Okay.
You
And
got
in
it.
English?
Is share.
Share, learn, live?
You got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a great name.
Yeah.
Great name. So
Yeah.
we're sitting there with these guys. They're gonna kind of talk to us about what you're doing. And I guess the first question I had for you guys is, who instigated this? Whose idea was this? You're smiling. I had a feeling it's.
No, you're not going to believe it. It was the three of us.
Oh, very cool.
It seemed like we were all thinking about doing a podcast in our own separate way. And Linda and I, we were on a trail. We were walking or running or whatever we were doing, right?
Yeah, right.
And we were talking about it. And then all of a sudden, we see Alejandro in the same trail. And we start telling him about it, that this is what we want to do. And he's like, funny, because I'm going to do it. I'm like, I don't think so. We're going to do it. And so, I mean, it was very interesting because we were all, the three of us were, kind of had that same idea, but in a separate way or a different way. But our main focus was reaching out to people with information in regards to mental and physical health. And resources that our community offers. So that's how it started.
And you're a nurse.
Yes.
What's
Yes.
a registered? I don't know, an RN.
Registered nurse, yes.
Okay.
And also
Where
a
at?
certified diabetes educator. So
That's the podcast about
the specialty.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
And so, and psychotherapist.
Psychotherapist, licensed psychotherapist. So I was thinking, as my compañera said, my partner said, we were thinking probably in our own space, but getting together with the same idea. I was, when the pandemic started, I'm a mental health therapist in the community for 20 years and never imagined doing telehealth. I mean, I was even thinking,
Oh, right, my
I'll
son.
never do telehealth. That doesn't work for me. But when the pandemic started, we had no option other than doing telehealth. We had to do it. We were not able to see people in the office. So they started giving us all this software and programs that we had to see people online. And I started discovering that there was a lot of people that we were not able to reach otherwise. People who were homebounded because of illness, not able to move, not able to drive.
Do you think that the telehealth made it easier for people in the community because they didn't have to do it in person?
Well, like I said, during the pandemic, it was the only way we could provide mental health.
Right.
And so when I discovered that these people were not able to come to me either way, even if we're not going to do it was not during the pandemic. So then I started thinking, well, how can we help these people that cannot come to us? And I was, thinking about it. How well podcasts are very popular, becoming popular right now. But the idea, in my experience, came from being able to bring the information to people who were not able to get it otherwise. And then I started having a lot of people that were meeting with me with a lot of depression and anxiety, and were very grateful to see me, at least through a computer.
Right.
It was a challenge. It was a challenge to adjust, but it was the only way. And then Sylvia and I have worked together in different programs.
Do you guys work together now in the same? Is it Providence?
No, not anymore. But we
No,
used to
we
work
used to.
together in different programs. We work for the palliative care program. We work on
We also
the
had a
cancer
support group.
for cancer and other chronic illness. So we worked together in different areas years ago.
And have you guys all known each other a long time?
We all know Alejandro because he's popular
His
on the radio.
show.
He's like a star.
Yes.
Yes.
He doesn't want to admit
We
it.
have like a celebrity
So
on
then
our
we were
pod, dude. We're
walking-
rolling right now.
Yeah. So we were walking and saw Alejandro just walking with his dog over there.
Oh,
He said,
gotcha.
Hey, Alejandro, hi.
Gotcha.
And we were like, we want to do a podcast. And he's like, yeah.
So-
but Alejandro, speak for yourself. But I think he thought it was just just
Like a joke or just-
like,
Yeah.
just a talk.
A
And I was
comedy
like,
show.
I was like,
It
no.
sometimes does seem like a comedy show.
It always
Why?
listen. If you have a conversation
Same.
that's natural enough, they all lean that way sometimes.
That's
And then
what
I want you to
podcast
speak
is.
for your experience, Alejandro, because I think you thought it was just like a joke.
yeah.
No, but I have an idea about this. So
Yeah.
How long have you been in radio?
probably 7 years. Or
Did you go to school for it, or you just get
No,
lucky and
Yes.
you know the right person or something to get on the air?
No, I think you just because I was able to get a radio talk show, I guess, on the radio, and so he trained me. So I would go to his shows, and he would teach me how to, do the
The board.
the board, I guess.
board,
And so he taught me how to do that. But it's a matter of, it's a public radio, so anybody that's interested in providing information to the community could go ahead and request a time, and you're able to do that. And so I had a show from 7 to 8. And then that stopped because of all my other, work
Sure,
and
sure.
stuff like that. And
What was
so-
your show about?
I talk every topic.
Oh, good.
Sexuality,
Awesome.
All
Music?
kinds of-
every.
By yourself or with a partner?
Myself.
Oh, very cool. How long is it?
2 hours.
Is it hard?
No.
It's not hard to fill up 2 hours. See, he probably talks like me. He probably talks a lot, huh?
Well, he has a beautiful voice.
No.
As a
En español.
So what caught my attention, and I said, Alejandro, and I asked Silvia, would you invite Alejandro? It's because I really like his topics are so broad.
Right.
He talk about health, history, you name it.
Yeah, because it's very important for the community.
Right.
When I come in here to the Hood River, just listen music and they're ready. Music. I say, what is the message? Huh?
Right.
Message. So I want to start.
That's good. And they just allow you to come in and do that, huh?
Yep.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I thought you had to go to broadcasting school or something.
No.
Oh, yes.
And so you did it as well.
I did that as well. I think I did it for about a year or so. And so mine was topics in regards to health and preventing, diseases. And so I would go in there for a different topic and talk about, how to prevent it. This is the information, but now what do we do with it and how to prevent? And so mine was about an hour. But then, like I said, I tend to say yes to a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then I find myself like, okay, wait, I can't do this right now, so I need to put that in pause. But then
Right.
I stopped that since then, we started doing it together. And so, yeah.
Is it public access?
Well, because it's on the radio, I also had, I guess, a Facebook account for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a public access podcast. Not a podcast, a TV show, and we filmed local live music. It was about 30 years ago, and they gave us an hour because it's just available to the public on the
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
so
frequencies that are down on the
Yes, so it is open.
80s and the
Yeah.
90s. Yeah.
We were listening last night again. We were reading your podcast again last night. And it made us both realize that we need to study Spanish. But really digging the format, like the idea of you interviewing them and the different aspects, because there is different aspects, right? Like you were telling me you guys were getting ready to do one on breast cancer or something. And,
Yes.
and then that's very specific to what you do.
Yeah, but
And then it's
tied
very
in.
specific to what you do.
They always
Right.
the topics that we've been talking about. We talked about alcohol.
I saw that.
The obesity, depression, obviously. So, I mean, all these different topics, they're all related. It's the physical and the mental health.
I think it's great.
It's just not one.
I think it's amazing because, again, like in the Latinx community, when I was reading stuff about mental health for the Latinx community, it's different. It's different between people that were born here in that community and people that come here in that community. Like, those are far different. Like, there's something about this country that promotes mental health issues. You know what I mean? And I don't know what it is, because I was looking at it statistically as the people that actually immigrate here, but weren't born here, do better than the people that are actually here. They have a higher level of mental health issues. People that are actually born here in that community.
In fact, we had a
that's what I'm gonna
podcast
say.
last podcast was about how it affects us
Two
to
different
having
worlds.
two different cultures.
Two different world
And how do
cultures.
we come here and our children faced two cultures,
Right.
or more than that sometimes,
Right.
and how all the challenges and how that relates to mental health and physical health.
Yeah. And just statistically, it's crazy. Like, the idea that, people in the Hispanic community are like, it's 2 to 1 with kids that are taking medications,
Oh, yeah.
antidepressants, stimulants for ADHD, things like that. And I was wondering, like, is that because, do you think it's because in the Latinx community, the Hispanic community, that trip to the doctor to talk about this doesn't happen as much? Or is it a socioeconomic thing where it's insurance and money?
Well, it's both. It's complex, and that's what we talked about in our podcast previously. That when we came here, some came as a child and older, right, teenagers, and then our children, we face different challenges than what our children are now facing.
Right.
And so we kind of have, I feel that I'm talking for both of you as well, we still have some of that, the parents' culture that we grew up in, to a sense. And so now being here, it just kind of like, we're kind of caught sometimes, in regards to our parents not believing in some of the, medications and not believing in some of the treatments.
Right.
And it's hard because we're learning, we want to share, but we're still kind of caught in a sense.
Is it the medications, or is it the actual acknowledgement of mental health issues?
I think it's both.
Right.
It's hard to take medications if you're Hispanic. I mean, insulin, and you need it, and it's like, why?
Oh,
But
wow.
you need it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say that there's a lot of stigma also that we face all the time, especially when in regards to mental health. We work so hard on educating people, providing the information about how important that is, and working a lot in reducing that stigma. Our body and our brain is the same, it's just in one package. We
Right.
become separate.
Right.
And it's easier to go to the doctor and say, share with people that we have diabetes, but it's very difficult to talk about mental health. And so that's what I work very hard.
Have you seen
educate.
an increase in the last few years for you, as far as people coming and doing?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I think it was like, it's like
yes.
2 to 1
2 to 1.
in the community of people that go to their general practitioner to talk about these things, as opposed to going to therapy.
Yeah, well,
being referred.
for
Yeah,
sure.
they go and they talk about the physical side of what they're feeling and not the psychological side of what they're feeling.
Right, but right now we're getting a lot better, and medical providers are referring a lot more, and a lot of people actually refer themselves now.
Awesome.
Before, I've been doing this for 20 years, and it's drastically different. I see a lot of self-refer people that I probably didn't see
Right.
20 years ago, and I think at least all my patients have heard repeatedly how important that is, and how our body and our brain are just one. We need to take care of our whole body, and integrating mental health with physical health is very important. So
Now-
that's part of my job, is to educate people and accepting that it's okay
Yeah.
to have depression. It's okay.
Are you seeing a lot more men now?
I have, yeah.
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 Good.
Yeah, a lot. I have a pretty diverse group because I speak Spanish, and I provide services in Spanish. We have very limited services in Spanish in this community.
That's the other thing
Very
I was
limited.
reading about.
So it's me or
Me.
Alejandro.
And so, yeah, and I appreciate that I've been able to work with all ages and genders. I mean, yeah, because
It's a
of my
different
ability
time.
to provide the
It's a
treatment
different
in
time.
Spanish.
There's so many other subjects now, it seems like.
We are getting better, I can say that. And we talk a lot about in our podcast, we talk a lot about the stigma, how it's okay to say, you don't have to share it. You don't have to share that you're getting mental health treatment if you don't want to. That's okay. But it's okay for you to accept that you need it. That's why it's very private. But,
Yeah. No, this might need translating. But what drove you to this? Like, I know for me personally, it's personal stuff. I've been into therapy, and I've done, I've been from the med thing to no meds to just whatever it takes for me. And I found that just traveling around, talking, and doing this stuff really helps me. Just connecting with people again. But how did you get connected into the mental health side of this? Is there something personally for him that
¿Qué te motivó?
affected it?
¿Qué te motivó a hacer lo que haces?
¿Qué
A
motivó?
este podcast también.
Oh,
Te puedes el español.
Or just the idea of doing good? I mean, it could be just to do good stuff, right? It doesn't have to be.
¿Qué te motivó para hacer lo que haces?
simplemente la salud, ¿no?
The health.
Yeah.
Proveer información a la salud.
Ya me pones nervioso.
What did he say?
I
Get
feel nervous.
Okay.
Oh.
Es que lo van a editar.
Well, I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but I don't want to exclude him either. You know what I mean? I'll
Yeah.
ignore you
No,
if you
no,
want.
No.
And he has a lot of knowledge and a lot of information.
He
And
must to do that show.
He does
Yeah.
to do the show.
But that's what I mean. Like, did you just study it on your own to learn about this stuff
Yes,
to help people?
yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because I do it a community health worker.
Yeah.
I am. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I am community health.
So that's your job?
No. Yes, I take the class and okay. And
Gotcha.
And I volunteer.
Uh-huh.
Volunteer and any too many
Organizations.
Yeah.
Good for
About
you.
drugs, I went to Washington D.C. I learning about for the drugs.
Nice.
So my community, Latinos en Acción, the people he need help.
Yeah.
I am not professional, but in my mind, okay, we need to do something different for help.
Right. Especially the substance stuff. He said the drugs and alcohol and all that.
Yeah.
There's a crazy statistic in that community, which is like 97% of people over the age of 12 that have substance or alcohol abuses in the Latinx Hispanic community do not seek help.
Correct.
And that's a crazy number. So it's awesome. I think what you guys are doing is amazing. I really do.
We try the best, right?
Yeah.
I have two kids, so
How old are they?
20 and 15.
Oh, we're like almost, yeah. My daughter's 22 and my son's 18.
So
You have kids?
28, 15, and 11.
Oh, you're still in it.
Spectrum.
Still doing this stuff. What about you, Sylvia?
25-year-old, 23, and
You guys
20.
look so young.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
I was
I was
10.
waiting for.
Yeah.
What was that?
I was a teenage mom. Just kidding.
My mom was. Yeah, you guys look so young. You guys are telling the age of your kids, and I was like, holy moly. I started late.
how about you?
Yeah, I've got two daughters, 17 and 14.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be here in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to walk around town for a couple?
Yeah.
Well, I hope that I wanted to do this kind of short, for you guys and just kind of say hello and do what we're doing. But we're going to come back and visit with you. And I'm really glad after doing this and meeting you and doing this that we did this. I think it makes a lot of sense for what we're doing. But I think that the service you guys are providing to that community is just priceless, and I think it's amazing. And I hope you guys understand that what you're doing is really important.
In my mind, yes, supposable for me is really small steps. But everybody say, hey, you do something big. I say, okay.
Yeah,
But I never said.
right. But you are. What you're doing is really cool, and the radio sounds really cool too. And the fact that you can go in there and with all that different kind of knowledge and talk about all those different, you must be reading all day, every day.
I did.
Yeah, yeah. Do they pay you for the radio show, or is it free?
No, it's free.
Yeah, so that you guys just
Volunteer.
volunteer all this stuff.
Yeah,
all
volunteer
all
work.
is good.
So you guys spend a lot of time volunteering in this community?
Yeah. yes.
You're shaking your head because you had fessed up earlier that you say yes to everything.
I do. And so
Right.
I volunteer with the Fish Food Bank. I volunteer with the Christmas Project.
What was the first one? I'm sorry.
Fish Food Bank, our local food bank that we
Oh.
have here in our community. And so I started volunteering since my family, when we first got here, we got those services. And so, I feel like I'm in a better place, and I want to go ahead and give back to, or pay it forward, both ways, I guess. And so now currently also helping with the Christmas Project. It's providing food and toys for families in need. And so I'm busy with all of that and this, and then I'm also a Zumba instructor. I'm a
Are you
strength
really?
training.
Wow.
I have a cooking class. I have a diabetes,
You should
education
film
class.
all this stuff.
Yeah.
You guys should be traveling with this
How
stuff.
do you deal with burnout?
You know
Like,
what?
it's
I
gotta
haven't
hit you,
yet.
no?
Because that's what I love. That's what I enjoy. And I
Good.
can't.
Energizes
I
you.
find it hard to believe sometimes when I'm at work and I'm like doing a workout class and I'm like, I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
cool.
like getting paid
Yeah.
too. But it's all related. It's preventative health.
Yeah.
How do you cook?
That's
How do
exactly
you-
it.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Linda, where did you go to school?
I went to Portland State University.
Oh, did you?
I'm a local. Yeah, local. And I started with, believe it or not, I started with my GD in Spanish. I came when I was 17, and I didn't know any English. I'm still learning English. It's my second language. And so I got my GD in Spanish, and then I started getting some college classes, some of them who I didn't understand anything. I
Right.
just was like there, they get
Yeah.
the credit. And I learned how to read really quick. Like reading in English was like easy. So that helped me a lot. So I went to the class just to be present, but I didn't understand anything that the teacher said. So when I came home and did my reading and did my homework and turned in things, and I went to Portland State University with a big dream about, I wanted to be a mental health psychotherapist.
You knew
I
young
knew
that
it.
you want to do that?
I knew it, yeah. And so I had to face a lot of challenges.
It's hard, huh?
Very difficult, especially because when I went, I was pretty much the only Latina that was in the class all the time. I was the only one. And I felt very self-conscious about my accent. And one time, one friend, really nice advice, she told me, let him learn, It's not all about your accent. Let him understand your accent. And I say, well, yeah, my accent is really heavy. I'm very proud of it. I like it.
Oh, okay.
And so, I started learning more about it's okay to have accent because I learned my English when I was an adult. But yeah, Portland State University, I got my bachelor's in science and then my master's, and then I got my licensure in clinical social work.
Did you ever think to work in like private?
I have done private practice.
Okay.
I didn't enjoy it as much because I want to give back to my community, like my partner, and it's not that simple if you're doing it by yourself. You have to have like a big agency that can help you. So I did that for a couple of years and decided that it's better to be in a bigger community so I can provide more services and I can get access to people who cannot afford go to mental health services.
Right. Is the Hispanic community in Hood River fairly big?
It's growing.
Yeah.
It's growing.
Because what is Hood River? 8,000, 10,000 people?
Yeah, I think we're at 30-some%.
Oh, really?
Yeah, something like
Yeah, at 30-some.
What was that?
Okay. I want Alejandro to talk.
Oh.
Quiero que
Why?
Alejandro hable. Porque nomás nosotros hemos hablado.
no, está bien, se escucha bien.
No, es que tú quiero
You
que
guys
hable.
we should just listen to this for a while. Go ahead. Tell him what to do some more.
I know you want to edit it. So I want him to talk more because his voice is amazing.
Yeah. He's okay. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
What do you do for fun, Alejandro?
Play
Do you
soccer.
soccer?
Yeah.
Yeah. You fish?
It's boring for me.
That's all I do.
You want to take that back?
No,
No.
yeah. I know the people that he's going to fishing just for drinking.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Fishing,
Yeah.
drinking.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
not for me.
Yeah, it's
But,
funny.
Yeah.
What do you do for your mental health?
Me? I love hiking.
Okay.
That's my best thing. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
hiking. I can go.
Yeah, we do a hike together.
Yeah, he.
Well, you live in a
has-
good place for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He has the best program called. ¿Cómo se llama tu programa? ¿Qué caminas?
No me acuerdo.
Latinos.
Oh, Latinos en Acción. Yeah, Latinos en Acción.
Platica poquito de Latinos en Acción.
These programs with, I don't know how can I say.
Dilo, dilo.
Is it a program on your phone or something?
No,
or-
No, the
Exercise program?
It's like an organization.
organization.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Latinos en Acción. We made hikes with the community.
Oh, that's cool.
Two or one time at the mall. So
Very cool.
yeah, we did.
So they've
How
been
many
walking
people?
together.
Yeah.
How many people?
Depends the days, you know. Depends. The last time,
3, 4.
3 or 4.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But sometimes it's huge at 16 people, 15 is. that's
Well, you
all
live in a
summer.
good place for it.
Yeah.
It's
Is
beautiful.
It's better for hiking than soccer, right? I mean, doesn't it rain and snow a lot?
I love to.
Yeah, in the rain.
The rain.
I grew up in Eugene and I ran track and cross country. And
It's the best. when
yeah, well,
it's rain.
I learned. Then I moved to California and like it would rain and they'd shut down all the sports. So you like everyone would panic. Like you can't play. And like I was like, are you kidding me? Like you,
Best when it's-
right? If you were gonna not do it in the rain here, you'd never do anything. Like it seems like it rains a lot.
Yeah, that's a good point because sometimes people will say, it's raining. I go, well, it's raining all the time.
We live in the Northwest.
So we just have to get
Right.
out.
When I first moved to California, I was blown away. These kids wouldn't run because it was raining out. I was like, I don't even know how to run not in the rain.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm in Eugene, and at that time it rained 3 weeks in August
Yeah.
the year we moved.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
hiking also.
Hiking, kayaking, paddleboarding. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Again, a great place for it, right?
yes, yes.
You
Love
were-
other hikes.
You guys seem busy.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
really interested in
Yeah,
that
I-
organization. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
No,
I
we're
also play the guitar and I volunteer with a guitar class in the community.
Do you really?
Nice.
Yeah,
What kind of guitar are you playing?
it's just acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
I'm just, the basic, but what I also do for my
So now you can record that too.
sanity.
Yeah.
We'll start a band.
Yeah.
All right.
All of a sudden it just goes left or just goes totally different direction. You guys are like, we're not podcasting more, but we do have a band. we hike and play music.
I'm super curious about that organization. Is it like nature therapy? Like, do you take people out? Not therapy, but like getting people into nature. Is that the point of the organization?
No.
No.
It's a part. It's a little part.
Oh.
But we talk for Latinos in Acción is worry about the community.
Yeah.
Say what's going on in the community, what we need in the community. No have a driving license.
Mm.
Okay, we're talking about we need to make some things
Carpool.
license.
Got it.
So we talk about for the police and departments. And
Got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
anything,
Got it.
Food and health. We're learning about for the drugs. Yeah, we talk about drugs and we're exploring our round to the Hood River, what's going
cool.
on. And
Cool. Great.
yeah, with too many things to take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
And
specifically
the
that, yeah.
specific, yeah. What's going on in the community? What can I do for my community? So we need this and we need to do this.
We should put links to all these organizations.
It's part of the next door.
Yeah.
It's the next door.
Oh, it's part of it?
They part of the next door. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Next door is the best for.
That's what
Awesome.
we've heard. And
Yeah.
they're actually somebody that we're going to go talk to try to, they do so many different things.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the fundraising, just how we could help, because it's hard to go in an organization and say we want to help, and then you don't have, like I said, we don't have millions of dollars. We don't have, we're trying to do this thing, grassroots sort of slowly and build ourselves in a position to be able to help on a larger scale. But they do have a lot of interesting different programs over there, like from fostering kids to, alcohol and dependence issues, counseling and that kind of stuff. So yeah, maybe when we're done, I'd love to talk to you guys about that and maybe find an angle that we can talk to them about and reach out and help. And when we launch here in May, we'd love to have you guys come back in May because we're gonna have some sort of event here. We're trying to work it out and food and music and the local stuff here, but it'd be awesome to have you guys come back and do it. I got another question because it just keeps popping into my head. My mom is a do-gooder. I always tease her, "You're just a do-gooder," And so I get that sort of from her, that idea of helping and community. Is that where you get this? Did you get it from your family? Did you guys take care of your community? Is that part of the community? Is it just take care of each other, or is it very specific to your parents or someone?
I think like for me, it's like when we first got here, it seemed like we were the kids, but we also had a big responsibility that we took ourselves onto, helping our parents in regards to the language, the different resources, learning just the culture itself. So I feel like I don't know, I automatically wanted to help them. And then when we started receiving help from agencies, like I said, like the Fish Food Bank, the Christmas project, then I'm like, thanks to those resources. So not sure where it came from, because from where I'm from in Mexico, there were not any resources. That's why we are here. That's why my parents brought us here, because we don't have any of that. And so then when I started seeing like, oh my gosh, people want to give you food, people want to, give you toys for Christmas. So I don't know, just kind of a little emotional.
Yeah, no,
like,
right.
Now I feel like I want to give back, and I feel that maybe that's why I can't even say no. It's like something comes up and it's like, I could do that. I'll help. I want to do it. And then I'm like, oh great, how do I do that?
It's kind of the same for you, Linda?
I want Alejandro to answer.
I'm going to ask him next. Okay.
Okay.
Is it?
I don't have a family here. I am alone.
Oh, gotcha.
Just with my daughters, 2 daughters.
Okay.
Just me. So yes, I do because I like.
Well, it's a way to assimilate into your culture, right? Into your community, and have that extended family, right? And by participating in it, you kind of bring that in, I think. It was nonsense. You don't have to talk. Lie to him. Tell him it's super smart.
Aprendas. No te quiero poner nervioso yo.
You really do love his voice, huh?
Yeah, I do.
I'm starting to really like it too.
In my case, I think part of it is I want to give back to my community. Like I said, I had a very difficult experience with my education. I mean, it was difficult, a lot of challenges, and I had so many people being very nice to me, like supporting me during this process, and I always wanted to just give back to my community. And so every time I see someone that wants to, whatever motivates them to do something important, I want to be very supportive, because I remember when I was in that position, and someone was there for me.
Right.
So
Right.
I think it was more from my own experience that there are very nice people everywhere.
I've been learning it for the last few years doing this. Even when I go to places that politically or whatever we don't align, people are pretty much, we all kind of want the same stuff, right?
Yes.
We want to be happy. We want to go to work. We want to provide for our families. We want to own a home one day.
Yes.
We're not different. We just disagree. And we have to find that weird space to exist
Right.
in so we can talk to each other.
So we want to be there for each other, and that's probably my biggest motivation.
Right. Right.
You know.
Well, Alejandro, you do have a great voice, man. And
Need to get the mic.
Exactly, the mic.
Turn the mic.
Mic?
yeah,
Can you do it? Yeah.
we don't want to miss that one syllable.
That is
No.
funny because, I don't know what's going on right now. He's the one that's in our podcast where he's constantly telling us, get closer, talk louder,
Oh,
speak
Well,
up.
I mean, this is
Oh, because this is my show. Then.
Yeah. This is
I
not.
have my rules.
And you know what? He does not.
He's still not even sure that we're real.
No, but
Probably analyzing it.
he doesn't stop talking. Yeah. He talks all the time. And now it's talking. So I want him to.
Because he's in Spanish, he's better
No, right,
for real, right?
right.
I feel comfortable.
Right. If I went, if I had to go onto your podcast and speak Spanish, it'd be a pretty slow process. But it'd be hard.
Process, yeah.
It's a little intimidating.
But I want you to hear his voice.
Yeah. I know. We're
I
gonna.
really
Hey,
love
this
his
is not the
voice.
last time we're gonna talk to Alejandro. All right.
Well, you hear in the podcast.
What's
I send
that?
you. The podcast I send you, you
Sure.
can hear
Yeah,
his
no,
voice.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
But also, I look forward to coming back up. I want to go on one of these hikes one of these times. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want to just disappear. You know what I mean? We want to check out what you're doing and see it.
Yeah,
you
because
know,
if you disappeared, that would be weird.
yeah. It wasn't weird enough, right? Like, it wasn't weird enough. Like, meet me here at 11 a.m. It's like code.
Well, I actually had to share with them. I said, you know what? My friend Dave, he will not go tell me anything wrong. So I trust Dave. So let's trust them.
Yeah. Honestly, and I applaud you for it because even my wife and I were talking about it like after the first time I texted you, and I was like, this must be strange.
Oh yeah. When
Because you
goes,
said,
like,
I think
"No."
at one point she sent me a text that people don't do this. Like,
I remember say that?
Yeah.
I just say, why are you doing this?
Did you think she was crazy?
Yes. No. No.
She still thinks that.
That was perfect timing.
No, you should have seen this morning. We had
Yeah,
to
this
convince him,
morning I
and
said,
he was pretty upset
Yeah.
because you
You
had
had-
plans. He already had plans, right? And so Linda's like, they would like to meet us, and then he's like, well, I have plans. I have something else to do.
Yeah.
And then I sent a text. The last text I go, Linda, count on me. I will be there. Like telling him, like, I will be there. If he's not there, I will be there, right? And then this morning, after during our podcast, we were like, so what? Are you gonna go? He was sitting to convince. He's like, well, yeah, I guess I'm going. And I had to change my
Because
plans.
my friend is painting house. Say, hey, you
you gonna help?
work? Yeah. So in my 3 days ago, say, I go work with you. So she
you committed.
Yeah. So I need to work tomorrow.
Well, I'm glad you
I
came.
need to work.
Yeah, I appreciate
I'm
it.
glad you came. I know this is strange for you guys. I really do. And I could tell when you walked in, Silvia, I saw your face and I was like, oh my Lord.
This does not look good.
Like-
Why is there so many cameras?
Yeah.
right.
Well, again, okay, so it's one per person, right? And then one for the group.
Wait.
Typically for this, we'd have 5.
But wait,
Yeah.
I still have to get, after we finish, I'm waiting for, I don't know if he's going to say something about it. I said, Linda, what did you do? I'm still waiting for a reaction.
He's okay. We're good, yeah?
Estoy esperando que me
good.
des mi regañada.
Yeah?
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
Estoy esperando
I'm
mi
not gonna-
regañada.
No.
I'm not going to put any pressure on you. But it's good, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
It was really nice.
todo
meeting you
bien.
guys.
Yeah. I want to thank you guys. And I know that it's in good hands. That was the other thing I was talking about. We don't know you either, right? My wife was like, how do you know they're just going to throw it away and not use it?
No.
But I'm honestly, great conversation. I am thoroughly impressed. I feel like we're out of our league in a way. You guys, what you're doing is amazing. And I applaud you for it. And I thank you for letting us kind of participate in a little way because it's tiny. And I get it. It's really cool for you guys in that, but that's a really small thing compared to what you're doing. And it's valuable, and we appreciate you for that.
Well, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your big donation for us.
Oh, yeah.
We need that.
We were happy to do it.
You send the right person the message. All right.
For Linda?
Because she is a push.
Yeah.
You send to me, okay, I don't know who is this guy.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we didn't send it to you then.
Yeah, no, she's a persistent
Yeah,
one.
she's
She's
persistent.
like, she doesn't give up, right? Sometimes when, something doesn't work out, I'm like, well, we
Hey,
tried.
it's okay.
It's
We
like,
tried.
okay, well, let's move on. And she's like, no.
No.
She was, no.
know,
And I'm like,
when
okay, so I guess not.
Somebody taking the pictures. For me, the picture is okay. It's okay for me.
Yeah.
I say, no, we need to take another one. Why?
And then he's like, do it again. Do it again. I'm like, oh my God.
I could tell through texting she was optimistically skeptical. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, this might take some work. But I'm glad. It's nice to meet you guys. It really is, and I'm glad you showed up. there was something in my head that was like, oh, this is a big ask.
It's in good hands. Believe us, it's in good hands.
Yeah, I know.
We,
I know.
We all love our community. We all work already in our community. We're not going to show you something that we will do. We're already doing something.
Yeah, no.
You already know. that
We
we're already
I
working
could
on it.
tell, and Dave spoke very highly of you guys as well. You know, and I'm gonna cut this here in a second, but I just wanted to personally, on behalf of Michael and I and Gabrielle and the big neighborhood, just say thank you for what you're doing, and thanks for being a part of this for us. This is exactly what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? Is to find people like the three of you. You know, we're trying to find the right voice. We're trying
We have the right
Speak up.
No.
But on that note, thank you, and I'm gonna kind of turn this thing off here in a second, and I can't wait to see what you guys do with it. And
Thank you so much.
you got anything for them, or?
No, I just agree.
Yeah, it's been really awesome.
It's an honor to meet people that are so committed to the community and just like do it tirelessly. It's great, and we
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I still, find it hard to believe, honestly, but I'm going to take it as all those other organizations and resources that have helped us along the way. This is one more that's out there. So all I'm going to say is thank you, and I'm going to, we're going to go ahead and put it in good use, and we're going to work even harder now, because
That's
it
amazing.
seems like, I don't know, with that gift, it's like now we have to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably
That's-
she wanted to record it every week.
Now we're going to be recording every week.
Please come.
Alejandro,
Well, now you don't have to. And now you can take it wherever you want. So if he goes,
She's
I'm at
gonna
home.
come.
You're like, I'll be there.
I'm painting. I'm painting. Okay, we can go over there.
We'll be over.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
We can hike and do it.
I like it. Yeah.
It's in good hands, and I'm really
Absolutely.
happy.
Yeah, no,
Really.
thank you. Honestly, I mean, I can't believe it. If it wasn't for her, the persistent, honestly.
Well, like I said, I could tell she was skeptical, but she was very optimistic too at the same time, you know. And I could tell with a little couple things you sent me that were just really positive, and it just felt like a good fit.
You know what? I feel like in the middle, because here's you with the super, like, it's my dream to have this. And this is my partners who were kind of like,
Yeah.
I had to be really
yeah,
like,
and I'm like, oh.
I have to be very like, okay with them, okay with you too, because I didn't want to miss the opportunity, but I didn't want to push too much either.
Well,
So
hey,
it was-
Linda, we did it.
Yeah, we did.
We got him
We
here.
did.
We did it, right? We actually accomplished something together.
Absolutely. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Because
I'm so glad.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I am
Dave
so
was
glad we
right. You guys are the right people, and it really, like I said, we could say this 100
Who's
times.
David?
He's it's like
Oh, that's the guy that made this happen. No, you and I will
my
talk
friend.
later.
Teletrabajo.
Who's Gabriel?
Psicólogo. Compañero de ellos.
Oh, okay.
He does. Gabriel does the technical side for us.
Oh, okay.
He does the editing. He does the production. Like if he was here, I wouldn't have had to do anything. He sets it all up and that kind of thing. And for us, again, it's hard sometimes because we do it in campgrounds on the side of a river. We do it in different places, so we have lighting issues and all this stuff that I don't know anything about.
Hey,
You know what I
Gabriel.
mean?
Come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I just kind of hang out. He just does. He's just like, go, get away from
Yeah.
me, and he gets it all handled.
Oh,
And you're-
Invaluable.
You're in San
You'll be
Diego.
there.
He's in Eureka. I'm in Portland.
Oh,
We're
wow.
like really far away.
Yeah.
So sometimes
Yeah.
it doesn't work out that we're all here. You know?
Yeah. So sometimes just me. I'll go out and I was in Fort Irwin in California a couple weeks ago with a guy that's been in the Olympics 3 times.
Wow.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's a doctor out there now and everything. But I just went alone because these guys can't do it.
can I ask what's your profession? What were you working on?
I worked in construction for a long time. I was a president of a construction company, and then I had to move to San Diego because my father-in-law got sick. He had pancreatic cancer, so we moved down to take care of my mother-in-law. So I stopped doing that, and I've been working for the last 12 years as a consultant in construction, still stormwater stuff. So that's what I've done for a long time. I went to Cal State Long Beach for art, whatever that does.
And how about you?
I'm an art director at a design agency in Portland.
Nice.
Yeah, ran a nonprofit organization for a long time. Taught English as a second language for a long time.
Oh,
Yeah.
neat. Okay.
Do you know Teatro Milagro?
Mm,
No? Teatro Milagro?
no.
Portland?
Well, I taught more when I was in Los Angeles, and I used it to travel through Europe. You know, and go teach over there.
Were you teaching English in Europe?
Yeah, that's what
In
that's
where
why
at?
I learned in Prague.
Oh, in Czechoslovakia.
Yep. And then just
Gotcha.
kind of it allowed me to go all around. You know, home base.
Que no diga Praga porque me voy para allá. Nah, no es
¿Cómo?
cierto.
¿Que no diga qué?
Praga.
Praga. He loves Praga.
Mm.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
cool. It's very cool.
No conozco.
Gothic, old, really cool city.
No, I think about it. You guys got any other questions for us?
No, my ex-girlfriend, she's in Praga.
Oh, she's
Right now, she's in the school.
oh,
Right now.
oh. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Anna, she's
Ya,
in
¿te quieres
Praga.
ir para allá?
Nah, no me quiero ir para allá.
One of those old cities that didn't get bombed in the war, you know, and so it's still all these 1,200, you know, just really ancient cathedrals, and it's just the streets. It's a different place. It's really beautiful, you know. Yeah.
Someday.
Nah,
Yeah.
No? You're good. Okay.
Well, I'm going to hit stop here. How
Yeah.
many minutes you got on that?
We're good on that, but we should get.
yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
got to clear out. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
really.
No.
Thank you so
You're welcome.
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
It's perfect.
muchas gracias.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Welcome to